thought there was a moment there where Markkanen was going to happen. And Podziemski seemed to become sort of the sticking point, or at least that's what it looked like. I was going to ask you earlier, but we sort of circled back to it. If you were in that position, would you give up Podziemski and whatever else it might be, picks and whoever, to get Markkanen?
It depends on what the picks are. It depends. If I'm giving up Pods, I'm probably, I don't know. I've spoken a bit about this on the podcast. I don't recall a time previously where a young player's stock or value has soared as much from him not playing. Like, he played 3 Summer League games. Cool. It's Summer League. You expect him, after being all rookie first team last season, you expect him to come out and dominate Summer League. Like, it is what it is. That doesn't mean too much to me. Mm-hmm. But at the end of last season, we were like, yeah, cool. Great rookie season. Couldn't have asked for much more. Solid rotation play. Do I ever think he's going to be a star? Probably not. And then, like, he hasn't played an actual NBA game for over 3 months, and now he's the sticking point to a guy that was an all-star 2 years ago. And you got the franchise and Joe Lacob coming out. Yeah, we think we've got a future all-star on our hands. And it's amazing how much his stock and value has risen in the off-season. And I think that's probably what happens sometimes when young guys are involved in trade rumors. But there's also been a push of, hey, this isn't just the franchise increasing the value of their own player for trade purposes. This is actually the franchise thinking this is like they've got an all-star, future all-star on their hands. So what I say now would have been totally different to what I said a month ago, because the value of Pods seems to have drastically changed in that time. So a month ago, I would have said, yeah, throw in Pods and all the picks, and you can have Moody as well, and we'll have Markkanen. And now it's like, okay, if you want Pods, then it's not going to be all the picks. It's like maybe 2 firsts, no swaps, like Pods, 2 firsts. Like, Moody probably plays a part in it as well. And I've looked at some different trade proposals, because a lot of this stuff he just gets automatically thrown into. And there are a lot of Warrior fans who think he can still be a player in this league. And I think a lot of rival fans should see him as a guy that could be gettable at a cheaper price than what he could develop into for you. So he's part of it as well. And like, is it Pods, Moody, and 2 firsts? Maybe. But the other issue is, like, if they, and going back to the Tyus Jones conversation we had at the very start, if the Warriors lose Pods, who's their backup point guard? And at this point, like, they would desperately, they wouldn't have another point guard on the roster outside Steph, aside from
Isaiah Thomas is out there, man.
Sorry? Isaiah Thomas.
I think he's
no thanks. But no, like, seriously, it's I think they needed to add another point guard in addition to Pods, because he was more of a 2 guard last season. He's, like, at this stage, more of a combo guard. Yes, we saw it in Summer League, and he played really well, and his playmaking was excellent in Summer League. But we, going into next season, having him as your backup point guard it's going in blind. You've never seen it before. You've never seen him run an NBA offense before. And I'm sure there's going to be part of it where they're like, okay, well, if we play him in a bench unit alongside Draymond a little bit and alongside Kyle Anderson as these kind of point forwards, then that will kind of soften the blow a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Like, do you, from an outside perspective, do you think the Warriors are completely... Because I'm sure a lot of people outside of this would think, Brandin Podziemski, really? Like, that's the hold-up for Markkanen? What are the Warriors doing? Is that your perspective?
A little bit, but then again, it's always so easy when you're far removed from, you think about the Warriors every day. It's easy to go, well, why wouldn't you just throw him in? Because Markkanen makes you better immediately, and I think in truth gets you closer to contention. So, like, why wouldn't you do that? But then 5 years from now, when Podziemski's made his 3rd All-Star team, and you're going, God, that would have been a great bridge from the Stephen Curry era. So yeah, it's hard, and it's hard. I would still do it right now, but again, that's just because it's easy for me to say that.